Hi, my name is Jacqueline Thompson Slayton, and this is my video session 2. Today I'll be working with a client utilizing effective listening skills. I will be trying to identify any nonverbal cues and trying to unveil any hidden issues, all based on a solution-focused using Gestalt's theory of the here and now, and working on first things first. And the client will come in now. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. And you?
I'm doing just fine. My name is Miss Slayton. And you?
Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles. Well, good morning. What brings you in today? How was your trip over?
Kind of rough.
Rough?
The bus was crowded.
Oh, Lord. Did it break down?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, see, let's thank the Lord for the little things that happen.
Exactly.
Okay. So what brings you over today?
I'm having a very hard time dealing with depression.
Okay. Now, before we get started, there's a few things I need to explain to you. Okay? And it is your confidentiality rights. Okay? Everything that you say here is going to be safe unless it appears that there is going to be some harm done to you or to someone else. Now, those things I have to report. Okay? Now, if there is a situation that I have to talk to my supervisor, that too I'll need your consent for. And if for any reason my notes are court ordered, I will have to release it for that. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if I can just get you to sign the consent forms. And then there is one more copy. Okay, great, thank you. Well, this copy is yours. And this one's mine. So before we get started though, I'm a little forgetful at times, so I need to write notes. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay. So let's talk about what brings you in today. How old are you?
I'm 40 years old.
40 years old. We looking mighty well for a man at 40.
I wish I felt as good as I look.
Oh, tell me what's going on.
I'm having problems getting motivated to want to do anything.
Okay.
I mostly just want to be left alone. You know, I don't socialize anymore. Most of the time I don't want to eat.
Okay.
And it's really starting to cause me health issues.
Okay. I understand that. You're saying that, things aren't just really great. You're not motivated very much. You're having some bouts of depression. Haven't been eating well. How long has all this been going on?
About 2 years.
So tell me what's going on. What's the past been like for you?
Very difficult. A lot of stress.
Okay. So you want to tell me how this all began?
Yes, it all began.
Start to speak up.
When I was diagnosed as a schizophrenic.
And how long ago has that been?
Like 20 years ago.
Okay. Are you taking any meds for that?
I was in the beginning, but about the last 10 years, I've just kind of shied away from it because they weren't doing me any good.
Okay. You started feeling like they weren't doing you good, but you've been a schizophrenic now for about 20 years, and you were taking your meds for the first 10 years or so.
Right.
Okay. And then you felt like they weren't working anymore, so you kind of stopped taking them.
Exactly.
Okay. So what happened next? Were you working?
Yes, I was an accountant.
You were a what?
Accountant.
Accountant. Okay.
And I own my own business.
Oh, congratulations. How well did that work out?
It went well for a while.
Okay.
Until my depression took over, and I couldn't handle the stress anymore.
Wow. What did you do then?
Well, pretty much just went downhill from there.
Explain that for me if you can.
My depression started to worsen because as the stress got to be too much, I started losing clients.
Mm-hmm.
That caused me even more depression.
Okay.
So I just eventually just gave up altogether.
Well, are you married?
Yes. My wife and I, we didn't have any children, and things were great for a while. But again, as the stress started to get to me and depression was setting in, I kind of just started to push her out of my life.
Okay. And so where is she now?
I don't know. We're not together.
Okay. So you said that you were an accountant, you owned your own business. Business started going downhill, and when they went downhill, you and your wife separated, divorced?
Divorced.
Okay. What else happened?
I lost my home, so I went to live on the streets.
Okay.
That became very difficult for me because I was wanting to isolate, but I found that very hard to do. And I didn't know who was sleeping next to me. Most of the times I just ate whatever I could out of the dumpster or off the streets. No change of clothes, nowhere to bathe. I often got into a few scraps. And eventually it just got too dangerous for me.
Okay. You said it got too dangerous for you, so is that when you decided to go to the shelter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you were on the streets for 2 years before going into the shelter.
Correct.
So how long have you been at the shelter?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. Okay. So from listening to you, it sounds like we have some stress issues we need to work on. And it sounds like you have a little depression going on there as well. But it seems like there are some other things that maybe you're not talking about. Would you like to share?
Well, yes, I'm a heavy drinker, and I found that to help me with the depression since I wasn't taking my medication.
How did that work out for you?
Very short-lived.
Understand. Okay. So, are you thinking about going back to work?
I'd like to.
But we got to do something about the drinking. Is that the decision you're making?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, here's what I'd like to do. What I'd like to do is get you to take a couple of assessments for me. And the girl at the front can help you with that.
Okay.
And we're going to look at what kind of job interest. Are you wanting to go back to working as an accountant again?
Maybe not as an accountant, but I think I could still handle some Under office work.
Okay, but we need to look at what kind of situations for you.
Maybe telephone sales
Okay.
or collections or something along that.
Well, I'm pretty sure with your experience, we could probably find something a little bit more than that. But we'll take that all into consideration. Let me get you to go ahead and take those assessments, okay?
Okay.
And like I said, the girl in front will help you get on those.
Okay.
And then I'll see you after we're done.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. At this time, I have sent the client off to take a SASE 3. And he is also going to take a pictorial assessment of interest so we can assess what kind of interest he may have. We are going to assume that the time has elapsed, that he has taken the assessments and they have been scored, and now the client will return. All done?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I see here from the assessments that you have taken, let's kind of go over that. I see that you have a lot of interest in several different areas. But my most concern, and we'll get back to those issues about the job, but my biggest concern right now is your depression and your substance abuse. Now, you were saying that you were wanting to address those issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I know that we have an issue of learning how to manage your stress. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. So, what I'd like to do is get you a referral, and I'm going to send you over to 123 Recovery Center. Okay, they have a 45-day inpatient treatment. Okay, and this is how we'll start working on your substance abuse. And I'm going to give you my telephone number so that you can contact me as soon as you're settled in and they let you get to a phone.
Yes,
Okay? We are also we're going to also look at you coming back in about 4 weeks.
I can do that.
And work on your job interest and maybe retraining or education.
Okay.
Okay, I see that you're having some stress issues right about now.
Yes, ma'am. Since I haven't filled out an application or anything like that in a while, and I'm starting to have some stress issues about the program, because I don't feel comfortable around a lot of people anymore.
Okay, well, the first thing I want you to do is to stop for a minute. I want you to take a deep breath. We're going to count to 10 and we're going to let it out. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay? I want you to keep trying this several times throughout the day. Take deep breaths, count to 10, and you will notice how the stress will start to relieve. But at the same time, because that's not going to be enough, that's just going to help relax you at the time, But that's not going to be enough. I'm going to need you to start me a stress journal. I want you to write down every time something stresses you out.
That could get pretty lengthy.
And it may, but we need to start seeing what things are the factors that are influencing your stress so we can start addressing those things.
Okay.
You know, whether it's somebody that stepped on your foot, stressed you out, you know, you got a smaller piece of meat than somebody else got while you're there. Whatever the issue is, I need you to write it down in the journal. You think you can do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's look over what we've got for. We have done an assessment over job skills and interest. Well, over your interest in jobs. And we're going to start looking at what skills you have to match some of these interests. But we won't do that until your next visit when you come back. Okay? Because we want to give the treatment a chance to get started. And kind of get your head cleared up. And you're starting to feel a little bit better about the situation. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You're going to be working on deep breathing exercises to help relax you. Right?
Right.
Okay, and for homework, you're going to work on a stress journal. Okay? And we're going to see you back here in about 4 weeks.
That's fine.
Okay, mornings or afternoons?
I prefer morning.
Mornings. Okay, it looks like in 4 weeks I have Tuesday and Friday. Which day is a good day for you?
Tuesday.
All right. So is 10 o'clock okay?
That'd be great.
Okay, so let's make that in 4 weeks on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Now go over again what you're going to be doing for me.
I'm going to be doing breathing exercises to help with the stress. And I'm also to keep a stress journal of things that stress me out during the day.
Okay, and here's your referral. And what are we supposed to do when you go over there?
I'm to
You're going to give me a call when?
as soon as I've checked in,
Okay. All right.
and that's at 123 Recovery Center.
Yes, sir. And if you see the girl in the front, she can get you a bus voucher for going over there.
Okay, that's great.
Okay? And I want you to feel good about this decisions that you're making, because I want to applaud you on deciding that enough was enough.
I appreciate your help.
Okay? And I want to thank you again for coming in, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in 4 weeks with your stress journal.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Miss Lee.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Or you too.